What is up, everyone? Hope everyone is all good. Welcome back to the channel. I am back, pardon me, back again with a video. This is the second time me trying to record this. Last they tried to record it and they got distracted. But hope everyone is all good. I'm back with my normal pick-up video of comics, 2 games, and some sort of like cards collecting price guide books, which may be strange to pick up, but there's a reason behind it, which I'll get to in a sec. But it's been quite a fun few weeks. Last week I worked at an event, a Lego event, which I might do a video on. Depends how I feel. I don't like forcing videos, so I might do it, a review and my thoughts on it. So potentially incoming. Got a show lined up in about a month, which for me it's a Star Trek show, so I'm quite excited for that. But it's nothing. I've learned nothing's guaranteed. Since I'm there, it's nothing sort of guaranteed. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the shite I picked up. But yeah, then we start off with the games. Was only 2 of them. These are, to be fair, both charity shop pickups. Don't really do too many charity shop pickups games wise, only because the ones local to me aren't exactly the best, and that's only no fault of their own. It's because they can only do so much with the stock they are given. But I saw these at one of the tents research shop. Also, down, but it's one of the big channel shops by me. That's a little selection I say little, for them quite a big selection of Xbox One games. I thought with the budget I had at the time, I'll get the 2 I want. Well, I got a bit more money if they're still there, sweet. If they're not, sort of thing. But first one is comic book related. What's it? Technically, both comic book related because they technically both had comics. One was more recent, the other one you might not be as obvious. But the first one is the Marvel Avengers. This is, from what I can tell, pretty much a dead game, but it's a case of never had it. I think I played a little bit of this before it came out at EGX, but it's not played it properly. And the one that has technically comics, but most people don't think of it as comic book related, and that is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Do love the Tomb Raider games. I think one of these. I think this one. I think on the PS4 has the VR mode where you can look around the mansion. I think it's this one. Obviously, someone will correct me in the comments. So let me move on to the cards. Magazine, like price guides. So there is a reason why I picked these up. So I went in, as you're building this Windows has gone, to New Dawn Comics. And Lizzie went, what's that you might be interested in as being like our #1 perv. So I said to him, how many pervs you got, and apparently Jamie said we have at least 10. Apparently, what is that you might be interested in. So Sherry be the one of them. I was like, yeah, I'll get that. So no, as she was going through and went, oh, you might like this one, got a muscle mummy on it. So I don't mind a muscle mummy, but it also had Star Trek blurb on it. Maybe the Trekkie wanted it. And as you was going through like the 2 hours that had Star Trek, that one. I'll grab this one. Yeah. So the one that she initially sort of pointed out was this one. Again, it's like a card pricing type. So it's by the looks of it like a hard version of the Early Street price guides. There's a nice little sort of, I say subset, nice little weird add-on to have in my collection. This one, so she points out this one, Muscle Mummy, but they'll sort of click and clock to that. I'll get them. I think I don't have many cards in my collection. I've got a set of cards that are newly ones from like the early 90s that I full set of. Some Batman ones and like a smattering of Pokemon, but it's not the sort of thing I mainly go for. At some point I do want to do Magic to be fair, but that's how I'm jumping around on. The Star Trek one is this one. I don't know if this is a photo or a painting, but yeah, I thought maybe a Trekkie had to get. The last one is I picked up. It's not the same branding, but it's sort of same sort of line. Picked up is the Wrath-Khan, which for me is like the best Star Trek movie. So yeah, I think I've had a pound. I think they're like £1 each. So nice little subset. Yeah. Now let's go to the actual comics. The first book was a freebie because I think when I was at New Dawn, but they sort of going through like a collection, bargain pricing, sort of thing like that. They saw the sort of the condition of this one, and they sort of they went, "Do you want this one?" Chunk missing out of it. It's fine, not that great, but it's relevant to what's coming out this week. You know, it's Fantastic Four. And this is Fantastic Four 163. At some point, I do need to put this in a bag. I'm bored. At some point, I need to buy boards. But there's that. To be honest, I think a couple of videos ago, I showed some Swamp Things, old Swamp Things. They still need bags and boards to repair. First of the newer books. These are all new books. This first book was meant to come out last week as I recording. I ordered like 8 covers. 2 came in like a week late. No, they came out 2 weeks ago. Not last week, but the week before. Then they came out last week. Only 2 covers, but this is a fun read. I'm recommending this, but not just because it's Kevin Smith related. I think it's a fun read. But this is technically the first Archie book in my collection that I've bought. But it's Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob. It's Aussie Clerks homage, but it is such a fun read. It's a one shot, so it's nice. It's one and done, but I do recommend getting that if you can. Next book is a book to that. I know some people, I've heard some people like not enjoy this one and the main one, but I'm collecting both and reading both. As it stands, I'm enjoying them. If this sort of, unless they end one of them soon, I will at some point have to end one of them. Yeah, and that's Western League number 9. Was number 9. The covers, the normal covers that are coming in ain't that great. I think the first issue I got with Spider-Woman was probably my favourite cover. So it's just from them, it's pretty much the best of a bad bunch. This next book is I'm doing with this what I've done with Rogue Savage Land. I've not read this issue yet with the first one. Really enjoyed it enough to want to get in a second. But if this one sort of don't give me that urge to carry on, I will end it. And after the Road to Savage Land, after like the second or third issue. But it is Emma Frost, the White Queen. Like Matt was quite surprised I picked it up. I picked up the first one because he thought I bought the first one just for the cover, which was partly true, but at the same time, when I looked at in Jamie's, it looks interesting enough to pick it up and read, which I enjoyed enough to want the second issue. It's annoying because with miniseries they're meant to be like nice and compact and sort of good stories, because they are shorter. The fact that I'm picking up more of the ongoing stuff, which are meant to be more ups and downs story quality, it's strange. I say strange is you expect me to drop one of the ongoing over the miniseries. But to a miniseries, I say miniseries, I mean that term loosely. At the moment, Marvel are doing these sort of giant size books with X-Men. They've done. Sure, if I can check what I've done. So they've done. There's like three prior to this. So then like this giant size X-Men. I think giant size Dark Phoenix. I always have got one other and this one. So there's the giant size Phoenix Saga, and this one is one I wanted. Then when previews sort of showed the covers, this was the cover I wanted, which I'm glad I did, because this it's a cover I wanted, because A, it's a character I love, and B, it's for me irrelevant to what the book is. But it's a Scarlet Witch cover of giant size House of M. Again, the issue I think I'm missing 2 issues of the Giants of House of M, but it's a very what's the sort of what I'm trying to say? It's very much a Scarlet Witch heavy story. It's her sort of changing like the universe in that story. But the thing with these giant size books is if you're not up to date with X-Men or what they're doing, or genuinely up to date with comics, they're doing these giant size X-Men stuff, but like taking like big books, big storylines, and inserting Kamala Khan in these stories is like they're trying to rewrite history. The only problem I've got is Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan for me is not a bad character. A lot of people, I know I've heard a lot of people moan about the character. For me, she's not a bad character. Apart from it, it's a case that Marvel are pretty much forcing the character on people, which is if it's forcing people not to like her as much. I think if we actually let the character grow organically, I reckon we're different. But the fact that they're trying to force the character on people, I personally, that's why people are not liking it as much. I'm probably wrong. But if you're one of the people that don't like the character, please let me know why you don't like the character, just so I know. But yeah, talking about X-Men, I personally think I had if I had to drop one of the X-Men ongoing runs at the moment, this will probably be the one I dropped. If I had to drop any of them, I'm enjoying it, but it's if I it's a, I'm enjoying all the so this and Canon and X-Men, which is I'm sure it is exceptional. If by obviously I would recommend this to people, but if I had to put this in the rank of the three books, it will be bottom just by natural selection. Um, but it's this Star and Iheart, which obviously is quite relevant with the sort of current show that's out, or technically for Disney Plus. Yeah. Next two books are I'm not sure because they are the same one, but 2 issues. This first one is a book, a cover that Matt what we both wanted, but I got there first. But I think he did eventually get. But it's Uncanny X-Men 17, and the one I didn't both wanted, but he was nice enough to let me have it. That is number 80. So both two nice covers. So I finally did a part of them, but next three books are I'm not trying to X-Men related, but I put them together because they are the retro vision covers. So I'm liking these covers because they're very obviously retro inspired, very sort of 80s, I say 70s, 80s inspired. So I'm enjoying them. But first one is Phoenix, number 13. I'm enjoying this run personally. I am enjoying it. It's yeah. Next book is Psylocke again with the retro inspires. Initially I wasn't at the A cover. The A cover, to be honest, wasn't too bad. But I went Jamie saw this. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get that one instead. But yeah, Psylocke, number 9. Yeah, number 9. And the last one is this one. I think it's ending. It's got like 3 more issues and it's ending. They announced, which is magic. I'm personally enjoying the run. It's one of the more solid runs out there, and the fact that I've heard more good things about that than Phoenix and Psylocke. So stop that. I heard more good things about Magic than I have the others. But that's what Marvel wants to do. I hope that they do more with her on her own run. But that's her decision. Now to the Dynamite stuff. I think 2 of these ones are ended. For me, my bank account quite nice. 3 of these books, 1, 2, 3. 3 of these books are like a month or so late, right? But one of these is sort of slightly irritated me, and I feel bad for Jamie at Needle because he's kind enough to order these books, and he as far as I know only orders the cosplay covers for me. As far as I know, 2 of the books I'm still waiting for that come out before a couple of these, and yet I'm still waiting for. But I do the ones that have been. I do the first two are books that are lucky enough for me being coming out on time. One is a book that ended, but that is Red Sonja Attacks Mars. I've I've loved this series, but I've said to people, I think I said to Matt, don't judge the book by the interior art. The interior art is average, but it is such a fun read. Oh, it did. Only 4 issues, nice and quick. So if you love both, if you love both Red Sonja and Mars Attacks, it's such a fun read. And talking about fun reads, again, if you love both properties, it's a fun read. I think there's like 1 or 2 more issues of this after this one. And I never thought these two characters would fit so well into reading this. But it's Red Sonja versus the Army of Darkness. It sort of fits so well. It's like, why didn't we get this sooner? But the art in this I think was a lot better from what I remember. Yeah, I know taste is subjective, but it's definitely a better me. This next book was meant to come out last month. It's a one shot. I love this cover. There's Red Sonja, you are, it's a one shot, I say one shot. I don't know who's actually on the cover. Normally with the art of the gallery cover gallery, they sort of say model is Molly Stewart. In terms of this, red head is safe at that. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like cosplay covers, because for a lot of people it sort of takes away from artists, but at the same time, in a way they are sort of artists. It's like an actual physical person artist. So I think the good thing is because I get so many other books, it's like I'm still sort of representing both artists and cosplayers, which is nice. Well, the next book is again a book that was meant to come out ages ago. But I think this is the last of the issue of this run. Annoyingly got a dinged corner, but I'm like, at this point, I just want the fucking book, and it's Barbarella number 5. Last of the single issues before I get to my last book. No, last of the single issues of this video, but second to last overall. But again, this book came out the week just gone, but there's 2 other Vampire books that were meant to come up before this, but haven't turned up. But this is Vampire Armageddon number 1. I think Jamie New Dawn picked up a copy of this. I think he got the Mark, because he's doing Mark Spears. That's what he bought. But I think he covers the sort of, the art. It's quite nice art, I think. Again, all personal preference. Yeah. And the last thing in this video is I'm happy about this. So if you know me, you know why I picked this up. It's a trade paperback, and it was, as you know, I do have some trades, but I don't pick up too many. But there's always a reason why I pick up trades. So if you know me, you know I'm on a feels like a long journey with Lovesick. So I've got the trade with Lovesick and like 30 odd covers. Bear in mind it's a 7-issue run. Alright, slowly but surely grading them. And with this series Dull Parts, I will eventually be grading the single issues. So obviously naturally I had to pick up the trade. If you know me, you know I do highly recommend this series. With me, I don't like to recommend a series unless I don't like recommending stuff. I don't like to sort of people come back to me and go, oh shit. Lovesick do one that I'll be like, yes, get. But it's, yeah, so obviously, the fact that I can now safely grade my covers and still have a topic to read. This one's only 4 issues, but it's still quite nice because it's short, tight, and sort of, it tells you the story it needs to tell you, and it doesn't sort of linger or anything, or drag sort of thing. But yes, that's everything. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and like I said, a few things sort of planned coming up. I got obviously went to everything last week, which I think I might do a video on. Star Trek show coming up next month, which fingers crossed should go well. By the looks, I'm able to go this year like last, but yeah. Hope actually while I talk I sort of put organised, but yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I feel like I feels rushed between this video and the last one, but it's only because I posted the last one like a couple of weeks late. Which obviously is that's not your problem, guys, but yeah, I'll get in it eventually. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you've got any thoughts or whatever, comment down below. But yeah, hope to speak to you guys soon, and ciao for now.